Hey, and welcome to Matt and Jess TV. I am Matt Roast.
And I'm a very pissed off Jessica Bun Bun.
This is me smiling through the pain, through the Listen,
I'm
guys.
not smiling. I'm angry. 3 days with no feeds. For what reason, Julie?
This entire episode, okay, I'm gonna hot take from the very start here. This is like my least favorite episode of Big Brother since the finale for season 21, where He Shall Not Be Named ended up winning that season, where it's just like, not a single thing in this episode made me happy, like, at all.
Yeah, no, this episode wasted so much of my time
Yep.
for all these like fake awards. It was like a giant clip show of very iconic moments. I think if any of us want to go back and watch again, we
Yes.
can find them on YouTube. We don't need to sit through this. And I totally understand. It is 1,000 episodes. It is a huge deal. But because it is such a huge deal with 2 Guinness Book World Records here, you
Yeah.
can't pull together something better than a clip show.
That's okay. Listen,
And you're not even going to have the winner of the first Big Brother mentioned on the show at all. You're going to show season 1 and you're not going to show Eddie McGee. Get out of here. The minute that happened, I'd already pulled the chute on this episode.
where was Dr. Will? Like, I know they showed him, I know they referenced
Yeah.
him, but it just like,
He shows up every season.
yes.
For no reason. Not for no reason, but he shows up every
Yeah, I
season.
know.
You're not going to show up for this.
I was just, if you wanted to celebrate the history of Big Brother, just make an hour-long documentary special and put it on there. Like, I love Dan. I love the cookout. Like, I love a lot of these people. It was great to see them, but like the momentum was off after the first 30 minutes. And then we got the blockbuster, which completely ruined like all of the excitement and the hype and the drama of the last 24 hours of live feeds.
Yo, to all the truthers in the crib, listen, I know I'm not in the crib and I pulled the chute on that, but yo, what a performance in that blockbuster. I'm not going to pretend that that wasn't something, man. I knew that it was going to end up having to be like that, where whoever was going to get it, since only one person could get the right answer, was going to have to take a shot after getting 2 of those questions.
That just made me mad all over again.
No, it was the way to play. You know what? No.
That's like I'm playing a trivia game and someone decides to buzz in with the answer before they finish reading the question. I'm always just like, let them finish the question, Drew. I was mad about that. I was mad about Mallory, by the way, who has spent all week talking all this smack, crashing out, screaming, doing all this stuff, talking about all these things she's gonna do. Then she just gives the lamest eviction speech, the nicey nice exit from the game. It's like, just like the entirety of your game, Mallory. You talk, and then when it's time for something to happen, you don't do anything. I'm sorry, I'm getting too worked up.
To be fair, that's everybody's game this season, except for Yash, who got his whole like HOH hijacked.
And then Julie has the audacity to think that showing Keanu, Cody, and a couple to show some of these players dressed like they are going to medieval times, which I do like. The chicken is very good. To then be like, we're screwing you out of feeds, the thing you actually like about this show, for 3 days. What in the Big Brother Canada is this crap?
No, it was so bad. Like, I'm here for the medieval of it all. You know, they showed this clip of them, and I was like, okay, I'm here for this. But you can't then tell us that not only are we going to have 3 days with no feeds, but you're also not going to tell us what this amazing twist is. I waited for 90 minutes. I sat through all of your clips, waiting for you to just tell us what it's going to be. I was like, we were like, what could it be? I thought maybe it could be they're going to force everyone to vote in front of their faces. It's going to be something like really vicious like that. Or it was going to be like, America votes on the next HOH. I'm like, all right, what number is Taylor? I'll just punch that in now. Let's just have this vote. I am completely surprised. This is the twist that screwed everybody that watches the live feeds.
Yeah, they were just like, you know what? We know a lot of you have been complaining out there for the past few days, so we're just not going to give you the feast now. So how about that? Are you happy? Like,
oh my God.
This twist was a punishment for all of us. This is Ralphie being like, be sure to drink your Ovaltine in A Christmas Story.
That's right.
Okay. just a peek behind the curtain here. Usually we have really well-researched and documented notes in front of us while we're recording. 'Cause we like
We
to.
do.
We usually put a lot of. We did. We put a lot of time and effort, and we'll talk about some of
Yes.
this stuff throughout the video. I was so mad before I started the recording. I was just like, I forgot to pull up our notes. So it's just like, that is on me. We are winging it the rest of the way, everybody.
Okay, what we are sure of for you guys and for us, so that
Yes.
we don't spend the next 3 days. We're not like, oh, 3 days of no feeds. Let's go do whatever. Nope, that's not happening. We are still going to be here every single day. You can take the live feeds from us, but you can't take away our videos. We will still be here every single day. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We're going to have a video for you guys on Big Brother live feeds, but we are going to get into it. Plus, of course, we are still going to have our weekly YouTube memberships / Patreon. You guys have the same video.
Yes.
That is going to be our Big Brother video, and we do that every single week here for you guys, for everyone that is one of our members. Thank you so much. You know, we're all like fired up, but truly, thank you so much for everyone who's joined our memberships. It's really helped us a lot this summer.
It really has. It is the one shining light right now because like I've already said I've become the Joker watching Big Brother this season.
Man, that YouTube's membership video is going to be you as the Joker.
I'm going to be talking about my scars throughout. Oh, okay. Julie, another thing. Julie is like patronizing all of us and be like, go outside. Julie, who do you think we are? Like, number one, it's 100 degrees out here in Temecula. You think I'm going to go sit? I want to be in my room petting my guinea pig, watching Big Brother live feeds.
It is so hot here that when I pick up my son Felix from preschool, and as soon as he hits the heat at like 2 o'clock, he's just like, whatever car happens to be there, he'll be like, get in the truck, get in the van, we'll get in that red car over there. I'm like, we're not any of those cars. We're all the way over there in the parking lot. It is so hot.
If we ever thought Julie understood the Big Brother audience, her telling all of us to go outside is the biggest miscalculation in the show's history.
1,000%. I mean, the real is that she knows, CBS knows that we all are here for the live feeds. Of course, there's lots of casuals. This doesn't affect you guys. And there's even sort of the hybrids that are out there that like to watch the episodes, but don't want to sit through all the live feeds. And then you guys come to YouTubers like us, where we'll give you the breakdown of it. But like, come on, you can't tell us live feeders to go outside or be like, oh, whoa. Because as soon as she said it, everybody in the audience, which is all Big Brother people, were even like, whoa. No live feeds for 3 days. She's like, oh, no, it'll be fine. Julie, we're not fine. It is 8 minutes into this video and we're still mad.
Yeah, I'm going to rant now about the seating arrangement. This is how mad I am. I'm just picking up on, okay, listen.
Are you mad because Vince was put near the back? Because I wasn't okay with that.
I found it hysterical that they had to separate Vince, Morgan, and Ashley, and none of them we are never going to have it as good as that final three and whatever has happened after. But no, also, why is Cameron in the front seat? Who was like, who everybody's really craving to see it. They put Jesse, of course, is like front row next to people he has openly antagonized from Pandora's box.
Okay, you know what? The Jesse in the front row was the only thing I liked about this episode. If you guys have watched us a while, we Jesse fans.
We are Jesse fans.
He's so ridiculous and he knows it, and I appreciate that.
Okay, so the other loser in all of this, beyond all of us collectively, beyond all of us is, okay, we'll talk about the episode in the context of the game if we can compose ourselves here, because this is going to be difficult.
Yeah.
The biggest loser is Barrett, like 120%. Barrett has stepped in so much doo-doo over the past 24 hours in a move that was already very hotly debated, where I think we can all say from an entertainment standpoint, him deciding, you know what, I want to flip on the icons. I'm going to try to make something happen. I'm going to try to keep Mallory. I'm going to do all this stuff. I appreciate all the content that he potentially gave us in the process of doing all of this. But because of some of the things that he has said now, which include, he told Mallory a lot about the alliance from the start of the game. He didn't say the crossovers. Melody knows about that too.
Yes, she does.
He talked about Yasha's bribe. He doesn't know everything about Yasha's bribe. He doesn't know that it makes 3 people immune if Yasha wins the next head of household. He talked about Red Corner. He's done all of these things that he cannot undo. And Drew, who he talks so much smack about in the last 24 hours, is also still in the game because of the blockbuster that he punched in early, to my great aggravation.
Yeah, no, Barrett, to me, I know that it would have been, pretty exciting TV if he was able to get everyone to like switch over, get out Drew, screw over the icons, and everyone will be like, okay, this is a move. But me sitting back, I was kind of like, but is this a good move for you? Like, if you don't hit your shot, you're here, and he is here. And that was kind of the problem with this all around, is that Drew's already won a blockbuster, and there was a good chance he was going to win this one as well, which he did. And so for all the groundwork you laid out, it was unlikely going to go that way for you. So yeah, now you're in a huge trouble. And the other part of it was, yeah, he was really upset with Drew that he was in the room with the icons when the icons were like, you know what, the target's going to be Mallory now. And Barrett's like, I'm not okay with this. I'm not voting for Mallory. And then you have Drew being like, well, whatever you guys want. And Barrett's like, I'm so mad at Drew for this. Drew's on the block. What do you want him to do? You want him to also be really mad? You have the privilege of not being on the block, Barrett. You can say what you would like. Drew was not in that same spot. He was sitting on the block. And as both Barrett and Drew know, the icons will flip on you for anything. You look at them the wrong way, you're gone. And he is on the block. So Barrett forming this whole thing around that Drew didn't stand up for Mallory. He was clearly very upset at the way that this was all unfolding. The minute that he won that blockbuster, there was no like, woo! Even when he was voting, there was no like, woo! At the door. He was just sobbing through this.
Yeah, like there's a lot of things to be frustrated about with Drew, especially over the last week. But I think at the same time, he has been even more against the icons than Barrett has for the majority of this season. And Drew was kind of stuck in a place because, like you said, he was on the block where he was kind of cornered. Like there wasn't a lot that he could do. Now, Barrett, I understand a lot of the motivation here. I understand the desire to want to shake things up. Like, I do get all of that.
Timing.
Yeah, it's timing, and then it's also wording, because I think he could have done a better job of trying to find a way to rally somewhat to keep Mallory, while at the same time try to maintain your relationship with Drew to the best of your ability, and maybe he'll be able to do enough damage control that could happen, or maybe he's going to hope that Drew will still realize that there is a path to turning against the icons, that's still a move that there's some value in a little bit longer term down the road.
Barrett just needed to take that information and see if he could get the votes together for Mallory first, before he sat down and just was like, I'm kind of mad about this. I'm voting for Mallory no matter what you guys want. Instead of drawing a line in the sand, find out if you have a way to actually save her first before you just destroy your game because funsies.
The other problem here is that Taylor is somebody who long-term he kind of needs, especially if he's going to turn on the icons. But because she was also on the block, rallying for Mallory means you're going against Taylor, which in that instance, you're going a little bit against Lala. You're going against Yash. Like, that makes it all the more complicated. Where I'm kind of settling with all of this is that in a perfect world, like, let's assume here that Drew loses the blockbuster and like Barrett's able to make this move, get Drew out this week. Like, it's something that helps Barrett win if he makes it to the end. Like, it's a really great resume builder, but the problem is
it?
I think it is.
I mean, getting rid of his own ally and, screwing over his own alliance, is it?
Well, this is the thing. I think it gives him something to say other than just like, I followed the icons. But the problem I would run into is it's making it infinitely harder for him to make it to the end. Whereas maybe if he can make a move a week or 2 weeks down the road, he might still have some sort of resume move and he might actually be able to get there.
I just feel that him turning on FAP was just going to end up being a huge mistake. I think that if they had been able to get some sort of power in the next week or so where they were actually able to get an icon with or without Drew's help, that would have been the move. But being like, yeah, I didn't make a move all season. And then the move I made, I got out my own alliance member. It's like, okay, here's $750,000.
It's all, I think the situation Barrett just now finds himself in is that these people are going to know how hard I fought for Mallory because that's eventually going to come back to them, especially because we don't know what in the world this next twist is going to be, how all this is working. People are going to get paranoid. They're going to spread all of this information because it's going to be like, okay, if we don't know what's happening, we just need to make sure it's not me. Who can we all throw under the bus? Yeah, we appreciate that Barrett was willing to do all this, go against the icons, but maybe he is someone we can all collectively unify to try to take out the house. We can make him sort of the sacrifice that we're throwing into the volcano now.
Absolutely. And Drew is still there, and Drew was loyal to the icons. And, you know, as frustrating as it is,
yes,
for a lot of people watching Drew play this game, he is playing a very solid game with his alliance. And while his alliance has definitely put him on the block and has made him pretty nervous, he's continued to show that he's loyal to them. And Barrett now is the person who's like, I'm not voting with you. Drew has voted with them every single time, including tonight.
Yeah, the icons
and
trust
Barrett
him.
Did not.
They are like fully with him now, even in a way in which they weren't. I mean, even to the point where Dee openly is saying to him she's regretting putting him on the block in the first place. And she's not somebody who has gone around with all of those regrets. But all right, well, we got to talk about this twist now because like the amount.
What's there to talk about? Okay. They've told us almost nothing.
We know that, okay, there's no HOH apparently. There's no veto.
And there's no blockbuster. There's just someone's getting eliminated before the next elimination.
Okay, so we know that Big Brother Canada, for those of you who watched it for many years, they did occasionally some very weird twists like this where there was like a chain of safety. And I know Big Brother US has been like, this is a twist that we've never done before.
Yes.
I'm going to say this. If you have been hyping up this twist for the last, there's certain words I can't say, that's how I have to describe it, for the past 24 hours, that this is unprecedented, and you're just copying something another version of the show is doing, you need to just throw all the hype into the dumpster with a good percentage of everything else that you did in this episode, because like it's just not really worth it then.
Listen, I feel like they should have just told us what the twist is so that if you're not gonna have feeds for 3 days.
Yes.
Give us feeders something to really talk about of what the twist is, how it could end up working, who has the best chances of it. Right now, you've made it so that people aren't really going to be talking about the show for 3 days. Yeah. Julie's just like, go outside. You don't want people talking about the show. You just had your 1,000th episode, and your response to that is, take a break from Big Brother. I'm just like, I don't know what you guys are doing.
Yeah,
who greenlit this?
I know, and it's just like, last season you guys did an unprecedented, well, I guess not really unprecedented because you did it on Reindeer Games with the White Locust thing. How was the audience reception for that, Big Brother? Did everybody really enjoy seeing Rachel? And I know that we're all kind of hypocrites, and like if somebody we want to see evicted ends up being taken out as a result of this twist, I know a lot of people will be happy.
No, not me. I just think if it's unfair, like across the board. If Big Brother is inherently unfair, it is the way that it is. But like, at least give us something to chew on for a couple of days while we're outside touching grass.
Yeah, I don't want this to be a competition. I want it to be something that is like dependent on how people are playing throughout the house. And if clearly we're not going to be involved in any of this, if you're just guys are being like, oh, no, you're not getting anything. We don't care about you enough for that right now.
No, this was a complete F. I'm so out on this.
I am so out on almost everything about this episode.
90 minutes of a clip show where you don't even show your first winner of Big Brother. You don't mention him,
Yeah.
nothing. I know that this show cares very much about Eddie McGee. I know they do because I've been to a bunch of tapings and sitting
Yes.
in the green room, somebody tried to bring up that Eddie wasn't actually a real winner because Big Brother 1 doesn't count. And Don Wollman was there who
Shout out.
who absolutely tore a strip off his ass for saying that. It was so bad. And Don was just like, nope. And he's extremely important to the show. He is our first winner. Like he is the guy. If he didn't win the show, there would be no show. And he's absolutely right. And then you're gonna have 1,000 episodes and we're gonna have not even a whisper of Eddie McGee. Get out, get out, get out. Worst episode I've ever seen.
I'm gonna go get drunk and have some ice cream now. I don't know what else I'm gonna
Joining. I'm joining.
That is where we are. So I
We're
guess
gonna get drunk and play some video games.
yeah.
It's a Thursday night.
Let us know, I guess, how you guys are feeling in the comments. And yeah, we really do appreciate everyone who is supporting us on YouTube memberships
Yes.
and Patreon. That's really going to help us stay going after what we had tonight. So
But don't forget, we are still going to be here every single day. We do not care that there are no live feeds. We are still going to have Big Brother content for you tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, until they come back. We don't care. We are here until the wheels fall off, and the wheels have fallen off of the live feeds.
you guys can take this announcement right up. Okay, well, we will see you guys here next time.